practice for Alabama football in the books. Yours truly making it in here just an hour, just under an hour, or an hour or so from Coach Saban's first presser of spring ball. You're rocking and rolling right now. Hottest show on the streets, covering your Alabama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA on a Monday, getting that work week started off for you correctly. We bring you the show from the Magic City of Birmingham. We stream this to you on YouTube. And speaking of the channel, stop everything that you're doing. Hit subscribe right now. Tap that subscribe button. Show us some love right here on the show. Make this your network to talk Bama football. Also, tap the like button as well. Give us a thumbs up right there. Raise those like levels up. Trying to get this 50 likes out the gate to start the show. We appreciate you guys. That daily super chat go $100 daily. Super chat go $100 right there. All donations welcome and appreciated. Also, don't forget to hit that little bell, that notification bell, so that way you miss nothing on your updates. Talking Bama football. We got a lot to get to here on the night, and we want you being a part of the action. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358. The number to call in to let your voice be made known on the show, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. Want to hear from you. Running just a little bit, in the night time this evening. But, had to book it from a Nick Saban press conference to get this to you. Doing that due diligence for you guys. Got my man Eli Walker here in the production studio as well. So, Eli, first topic of conversation, Coach Saban bringing us some updates and some big ones at that following the first practice of spring ball. Coach Saban entering year number 17, or his 17th spring as the head coach for your Crimson Tide. Looked like he was already somewhat in mid-season form, talking to reporters on today. But let's get into these updates here. First and foremost, Tony Mitchell, 5-star defensive back in this recent 2023 class, by the way, of Thompson High School, is indefinitely suspended from the team, from team activities, especially after the report that came out just a few days ago of Mitchell being arrested and charged with marijuana possession with the intent to deliver, with that intent to sell and or distribute. And for Coach Saban, he mentioned, no use, no reason for being wrong place, wrong time there. So for Coach Saban, already taking the action there in terms of Tony Mitchell. But that was the first update right there. Following that, Saban got into some injury updates. And the first of the big ones happened to be Deontay Lawson and Dallas Turner, your two linebackers. Both guys had surgeries to repair some injuries. According to Coach Saban, both of these two will be out for the entire spring ball. They will be fine moving forward. They'll be good to go. Summer workouts, good to go. Fall camp, good to go in the upcoming 2023 season in the fall, but just will miss the entire spring due to having surgeries to repair some injuries. That being Deontay Lawson as one of your inside linebackers, and Dallas Turner as your veteran outside linebacker, outside pass rusher, returning here for this Crimson Tide football team. Moving on to some coaching things here. Saban brought up the likes of Kevin Steele and Travaris Robinson. Both guys will help out Saban this spring in working with the defensive backs. Travaris Robinson may do some double duty, helping out with corners as well as safeties. In terms of Kevin Steele, he will walk around just to keep his eye on the corners and his eye on the safeties as he's serving in this defensive coordinator tag, this DC role. Coach Saban mentioned, hey, Kevin Steele, who's a defensive mastermind, been around defense his entire coaching career, so he will walk around. He'll float around throughout spring practice, looking at corners, looking at safeties, looking at all facets of the defense, but in particular corners and safeties. Travaris Robinson will kind of have double duty, some double dipping, if you will. He'll work with corners and safeties as well. Coach Saban kind of joked about, I don't know what they'll have me doing. I mean, I'm out there a lot of times with the corners and safeties. I don't know what they're going to have me doing out there. You know, Coach Saban always likes to joke, but we all know that Coach Saban will have his hand in there with the corners and safeties as well. But that's just some news there in regarding Travaris Robinson and one Kevin Steele. As we look at here, the offensive line, Coach Saban talked about that group today under Coach Eric Wolford. He really likes the attitude that this offensive line is bringing to the table. Now, of course, you've got guys that bring back some experience. J.C. Latham, who played right tackle last season, could be looking at transition over to left tackle for this upcoming year in the fall, starting off with spring practice. You bring back Tyler Booker, who played both left guard and right guard a season ago. You do have Seth McLaughlin, who gives you stability at center, along with Darian Dalcourt. So you've got pieces back, but you also got some young guys in the room. When you discuss Caden Proctor coming in as a 5-star freshman. You got Elijah Pritchard in here as a redshirt guy. You brought in a host of offensive linemen with Wilkin Formby, Olas Anganine, and Miles McVay, among others. You got some guys that have been a part of the program here where the offensive line is concerned. Coach Saban mentioned today, this group should be back to being powerful, should be back to being physical, should be back to being dominant, should be back to, mauling guys down, pushing guys off the line, creating that intensity in the trenches. So this should be the offensive line that can have that bully ball mentality, if you will, under one Eric Wolford. So some of the big news there from Saban in terms of updates. And even when it comes down to the quarterback position, Coach Saban is focused on the development of the quarterback room. I know a lot of questions came out today about, you got two new coordinators, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, but primarily offensively, what do you want to see from both quarterbacks when you talk Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson? Saban said, look, we don't have a depth chart right now. We know you like depth charts, we don't have one. We're trying to get reps for all these guys. We're trying to develop all these guys, and whoever wins this job, they got to earn it. They got to earn the quarterback job by their performance, by the play on the field, by how they lead the team, by how they lead the teammates and go about this entire development process. Now, as you're watching the quarterbacks go through some work here on screen, Jalen Milroe just looks like a tank. I mean, bigger out there, muscles on top of muscles, but you're seeing his mechanics are starting to look a little bit better. The arm motion starting to look a little bit better. So it seems like Jalen Milroe probably did some work this offseason with a private quarterback coach or two. The movement's looking a bit better. You're seeing Tommy Reese there on screen, coaching these guys, getting the hang of working around these guys. You're seeing Ty Simpson here throwing the ball also with his release, how the ball is coming off his arm there. So Milroe, the throwing motion getting better. Ty Simpson, you're seeing what he brings there. Tommy Reese, excited to see the philosophy that he will have in terms of both quarterbacks and the entire quarterback room as a whole. But that was Coach Saban bringing those updates there to the table. But we take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial, just getting started. Upon our return, we go to the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. We get into a dialogue with you. Line us up, people, right after this.
Nine players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit Emily'sHeirloomPoundCakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at Emily'sHeirloomPoundCakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
We're back into the action here, folks, from the break on a Monday. Getting that work week and that spring football practice for Alabama started off for you correctly. Hottest show on the streets, in my own words. Yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Continue tapping that subscribe button, subscribing to us right here if you can get all of your news and notes on your Crimson Tide. Also, hit that like button. Give us that thumbs up right there. Raise those like levels up. We appreciate that. Daily Super Chat Go, $100 daily Super Chat Go. We appreciate all of you helping us out here on the show. Before we actually go to our call topic in the next segment, we're going to actually get into topic number 2 of the conversation here, Eli. And this one goes to, so the guy, Saban mentioned that dealing with injuries, recovering from injuries and things of that nature, who will be the guys that will step up? Who will be the guys that will take full advantage of these reps here in spring ball? And when you look at not having Deontay Lawson this spring as one of your inside linebackers, key 51 tackles a season ago, Lawson got big playing time a season ago at that weak side backer position. With him out for spring ball, you look at big opportunity. Kendrick Blackshire and Jihad Campbell, in my opinion. Big opportunity for these two. Now, of course, you got Sean Murphy. Big chance for Murphy to get reps. Big chance for Justin Jefferson, Tresman Marshall, Ian Jackson, Quay Russaw. Big chance for that entire inside linebacker room. But when you look at just Blackshire and Campbell for a moment, this is huge for these two. Simply because, number one, Blackshire, U.S. Bama Nation have been waiting for him. When he came in the 2021 class from Duncanville, Texas, 6'2", 240 pounds, big calf muscles, big legs, big arms, big chest, big athleticism, big body, built different. We were like, when this dude gets on the field, look out. We've been waiting for this young man to have his say. And this spring, with Lawson recovering here from surgery, this spring will be Blackshire's chance to have his say, especially in the middle of that defense at that Mike backer position. This will be Blackshire's chance to have his say. With him at that spot, Jihad Campbell can get some work at that wheel linebacker spot, showing his lateral quickness, sideline to sideline quickness, see ball, get ball, cut, agility, shedding off offensive guards and tackles, dissecting, attacking the play. You go back to the bowl prep for Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl. What did the Alabama coaching staff say? Jihad Campbell made the most out of those bowl practices, and he was able to get out there on the field against the Wildcats and have some success there. So Campbell, Blackshire, in my opinion, their moment here with Deontay Lawson out this spring, recovering from a surgery that he had. When you look at the outside backer position and Dallas Turner out this spring, recovering from a surgery, this is going to show you how deep Alabama is at that outside linebacker position, because with Turner down for right now, you still have Chris Braswell, who will replace Will Anderson at that jack linebacker position. But with Turner down, you got Quandarius Robinson, who's going to get bigger, who's going to see some reps here. You got the freak Jeremiah Alexander, who could get some reps here. You got Keon Keeley, 5-star, who can get some reps here. You got Keanu Colt, who can get some reps here. That outside linebacker room is deep. So with Dallas Turner out for right now, recovering from the surgery that he had, a chance for Quandarius Robinson, a chance for Jeremiah Alexander, a chance for Keanu Colt, a chance for Keon Keeley. Who won it? Big, big opportunity here in this outside linebacker room to show the depth, the players that it's got, the guys that are going to go out there and show that, hey, an opportunity for them to ink out some playing time here. Saban also talked about, guys like Roydell Williams and Roydell Williams and Devontae Smith, excuse me. So Roydell Williams, Devontae Smith, they are also recovering from injuries, but they'll be back at some point this spring. So Roydell Williams, running back, Devontae Smith, defensive back, they'll be back at some point this spring. With those two guys recovering, though, for now, Roydell Williams at running back, this gives Jam Miller, formerly known as Jamarian Miller, a shot there at more reps behind Jace McClellan. This also gives Justice Haynes, who's been working his tail off this offseason, 5-star from Buford High School in Georgia. This gives Justice Haynes and Richard Young some reps in here, with Roydell Williams kind of working his way back. In terms of Devontae Smith in the secondary, this gives guys like Christian Story, Jake Pope, Caleb Downs, Jaleel Hurley, Brayson Hubbard, among others, Antonio Kite. This gives those guys a chance to work in there and get some reps in there, as Devontae Smith is working his way back from injury as well. So Alabama going to get a chance to show the depth there at running back, show the depth there in the secondary, show the depth there at the inside and outside linebacker positions, with some guys down, working their way back here from injuries, surgeries, if you will. So it'll be interesting to see how all of the reps are divvied up here as spring practice will continue here on Wednesday. But we take another break here, folks, from the show on Touch That Dial. When we get back, we go to your phone calls. We'll get your thoughts, your conversations, and dialogue with you, the fans, right after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care, in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99, and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
We're back in there, folks, to the action from the break. Hottest show on the streets here, talking your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Got the man in our walk in the production studio. We got Smoke Man with the $10 donation. Appreciate Smoke Man coming in here, helping us out on the show. Now, there was a comment in the chat line saying, why did Nick Saban take a shot at Nate Oates with his comment of no reason to be at the wrong place at the wrong time? Nick Saban was not taking a shot at Nate Oates. He was not doing that. I didn't read it as that. This is simply Nick Saban understanding, hey, Tony Mitchell, you don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be doing that. But because you don't need to be doing that, you're indefinitely suspended. You can't be hanging around the wrong people at the wrong time. So this was not Coach Saban at all taking a shot there at Nate Oates. And Willie351 wrote in what's going on with the quarterbacks, what they looking like. Well, Willie351, the first practice, Jalen Milroe's throwing motion looks better. Mechanics look a bit better. I mean, of course, he's got muscles on top of muscles, but for throwing mechanics, it looks like he's been working with maybe a private quarterback coach this offseason. Ty Simpson looks good out there the first day. Eli Holstein, Dylan Larnigan, they're in the learning process, developmental process, as Coach Saban mentioned today. Good to see Tommy Reese being involved with the quarterbacks day one. And Saban mentioned about Reese, it was critical to get a guy in the program that has a history of developing quarterbacks. Tommy Reese has a history of developing quarterbacks. Been 3 years as a QB coach at Notre Dame, 3 years as an offensive coordinator He was a former quarterback himself at Notre Dame. So Tommy Rees worked with Brandon Winbush, worked with Ian Book, worked with Jack Cohn, worked with Drew Pine, developed all those guys. Now he's here at Alabama, working with this quarterback room. Excited to see what he's able to put together in his first season in Tuscaloosa. But as you're getting your thoughts together, the call in 205-448-1358, the number right there, 205-448-1358. Eli, we got more Bama in the NFL news, so we'll get this started here. As call topics. Number one, Damian Harris, former Alabama running back, has signed to the Buffalo Bills as a free agent. So Damian Harris joins Bills Mafia. He's up there with the Buffalo Bills after spending some time there with the New England Patriots. Also, OJ the Juice Man Howard is with the Las Vegas Raiders. After the Raiders lost Darren Waller at tight end, you get OJ Howard. Not only that, the Raiders also pick up Cam Sims, former Alabama wide receiver. So Cam Sims and OJ Howard now both with the silver and black, that being the Raiders. So some Bama in the NFL news. Also, Bama in terms of pro day news, Slade Bolden and DJ Fluker will be on campus in Tuscaloosa Thursday for Bama's pro day. Slade Bolden will run routes and catch passes from Bryce Young. DJ Fluker, who's trying to get back in the NFL at 330 pounds, former five-star from Foley High School, who came in the Mobile area. He came to Alabama, that 2009 class, played from 2009 to 2012, three-time BCS national champion, All-American offensive tackle in 2013. DJ Fluker, former first-round pick in the 2013 NFL draft. So Fluker trying to get back into the NFL. Slade Bolden trying to prove that he belongs in the league. So both of those two will be working out at Alabama's Pro Day coming up here on Thursday. But we grab this call. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Steven, how did you enjoy that basketball win Saturday night? What about that dominant win over Maryland? Wasn't that beautiful?
That was awesome wing. And I mean, Brandon Miller struggled a little bit, but got himself going, ended up with 19. Javon Quinterly is something else. Quinterly is something else. Charles Bediako, Chucky's playing like a grown man. I think he had, 12 points, 11 rebounds, a few blocks. Clowney's been having a great tournament so far. I mean, all the guys are playing well, but man, Quinterly was smoking over the week. I mean, 3-ball, get into the basket. Javon Quinterly, when he's healthy, he is special.
Yeah, he was smoking. There ain't no doubt about it there. I watched a few games with San Diego State. Alabama, it'll be a little tougher challenge, I think, than Maryland was. But I think Alabama can. I think they can beat them. What do you think?
I think Alabama can take San Diego State. San Diego State's physical. They're a big guy. They're real big. The veteran leadership. They're gonna want to try to beat Alabama up inside. They're gonna definitely want to slow the pace of the game down. Not have Alabama get out there and run in transition, getting those fast break points and getting those trailer and transition 3-point shots. So San Diego State's gonna want to try to control the pace of the game. For Alabama, they got to come out striking early. Come out striking early from 3. Try to get a lot of those guys for San Diego State in foul trouble early if you can. Establish Bediako in the paint, but definitely get those 3-point shots falling early.
Exactly right. This may be a game, the 3-point game has to win the ball game since there's some physical on the inside, but we'll see how it goes there. You sounded good today at the press conference. I believe Nick is a little fired up, but he looked pretty calm, wasn't he? He was all right, wasn't he?
I thought he was. I thought he handled the situation well in terms of the quarterback room between Milroe and Simpson and everybody else in the room. Definitely, you can feel the disappointment where Tony Mitchell in that situation was concerned. I know the injuries are kind of an issue with Dallas Turner and Deontay Lawson missing this spring, but they'll be back for summer. They'll be back for the fall camp and the upcoming season. But I thought overall I liked how he's excited about the attitude of this offensive line. So this offensive line should be back to just mauling guys on the ground. I was very happy with Saban's attitude toward the offensive line.
Yeah, me too. He was excited about the offensive line, and so am I. They're young, don't have a whole lot of experience, but they're willing to learn, and they're big, and they're ready to get out there and bust some heads. So that's what it's all about. But anyway, we need to remember Bill from New York. He's having surgery this week. Everything goes great with that. I've got a friend that's in pretty bad shape in the hospital. We need to remember him too. It's not looking too good. So we love all y'all. Y'all make this the hottest show on the street. Hey, the hottest show on YouTube, the greatest show on earth. I love all y'all. We'll be back probably Friday. Y'all be safe. Have a great week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Appreciate the president weighing and checking in here on a Monday, and absolutely, definitely got to keep our guy, Big Bill from New York, and our thoughts here going through the surgery. I know Bill's going to be okay. I know Bill is going to be okay, and looking forward to once he comes back to giving us those legendary calls as he does when he is on here. But Alabama in the NFL, Elon, the Dolphins made it official today, picking up the fifth-year option on Tua Tagovailoa's rookie deal. They announced that, so Tua will make a little over $23 million in 2024. Our hope and prayer is that the young man can just stay healthy. Just stay healthy. If he can do that, hey, Tua can roll. Now, the news that's out right now is the New England Patriots are becoming the favorite to possibly land DeAndre Nuke Hopkins. If the Patriots get Nuke Hopkins from the Cardinals, then Mac Jones will have a number one wide receiver. The Patriots are going after DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy. If they can get both, whoa, that's crazy. If they can just get one, it's great. But if they land up on both, hoo-hoo, we can see some here. But it'll be interesting to see how that all entails there. But we go to our final break here, folks, on the show. When we get back, we tidy up loose ends with, that there was an interesting photo that came out from Bama's first day of spring practice. We'll talk about the photo. What does it mean? Does it really mean anything? We'll discuss it after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, people, we appreciate all of you rocking and rolling with us on today's show. Hottest show on the streets, talking Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Continue hitting that like button, tapping that subscribe button. All donations welcome and appreciated. That daily Super Chat Go $100. Daily Super Chat Go $100 right there. Got the man Eli Walker in the production studio. And final topic right here, Eli, there was an interesting photo. It came from Alabama's first day of spring ball here involving the quarterback position. And, for Jalen Milroe, the photo had him. If you squint really hard at the photo appeared to have him leading the first team offense in spring practice. As you can see, there's Ja'Cory Brooks right there, and defending him is Kool-Aid McKinstry. So the photo, if you look really hard, it looks like Jalen Milroe leading the first team offense. And a lot of people, they saw that, they're like, okay, what does this mean? Is Jalen Milroe going to be the quarterback? I mean, what does this photo mean? What's going on? What is this saying here? Normally, the first day of spring ball, this is just how it is. The first day of spring ball, everybody is getting reps. everybody's getting reps out there. Doesn't mean that Jalen Milroe has won the job. Doesn't mean that Ty Simpson has not won the job. It just means that, hey, this is day one of spring practice. Everybody's getting reps out here. Everybody's building continuity. Everybody's building camaraderie with receivers, with running backs, with the offensive play caller, that being Tommy Reese, at the offensive line. Everybody's building reps here. So the photo of Jalen Milroe, though interesting, doesn't mean that Jalen Milroe has won the job there at the quarterback position. Coach Saban mentioned today that Alabama doesn't have just this wildly experienced quarterback for the Crimson Tide. Milroe did play. He started against Texas A&M last season, played in a game against Arkansas, two tough opponents in the SEC. Ty Simpson, incredibly talented, didn't get the amount of reps of which he would like to get, but he did get the experience in the system. He did get a chance to keep his redshirt year. So you got two immensely talented quarterbacks. You got two highly gifted guys. We did a poll on the Touchdown Alabama magazine Twitter account, and according to the poll, 61% of fans of you guys have Ty Simpson winning the job. 61% of you as the fans look at Ty Simpson as he's the guy. But going back to Coach Saban today, he said whoever wins this job, they're going to have to earn this job. You're going to have to earn the teammates, earn the coaching staff's respect, put this team in the best position to win every single play, to win every single rep, to win every single time. Both guys bring different skill sets to the table. We know what Jalen Milroe is. He's a dynamic runner. He does have a cannon for an arm. The mechanics look to be a bit cleaner after the first practice, but it was just the first practice. Can he continue to make those leaps and strides forward? Hey, we'll see. Ty Simpson, according to if you look at the Twitterverse out there, he seems like he's a bit more of the exceptional passer. He seems like he's a bit more the deceptive, athletic, running type of guy. He seems like he's a bit more the gunslinger, gamer mindset mentality. But once again, whoever wins this job, they've got to earn it. They've got to earn it, and they've got to show that, hey, I'm the guy with Tommy Reese calling the plays that can get us back to the college football playoff and not just get Alabama back there, but win the national championship. This is big here in terms of both guys. But if you look at the photo, yes, from the photo, it looked like, hey, Jalen Milroe running that first-team offense, but that's just the protocol win. It's the first day of spring practice. Everybody's getting reps out there on the field. But you can definitely check out Touchdown Alabama magazine right here on YouTube for all of the recap of the Saban press conference, all of the practice videos, practice photos, clippings, whatever you may have missed from day one of spring ball. Go to Touchdown Alabama magazine on YouTube right now. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. You can check out all of the videos right there as they have been provided for you. Guys, shout out my man Don Parker with that $5 donation from the Super Chats. Appreciate the love there coming from one Don Parker. But you want the best in news, notes, information, material, entertainment on your favorite football program, that being the Crimson Tide. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. You download the app from the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple. Google Play Store if you got the Android phone. For your audio needs, check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. We got you covered. Good and gracious Lord sees fit. I'll try to be back on Wednesday, continuing the conversation that is Tide football. Remember, Bama fans, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description. If you're trying to get the fresh edition, print edition of TDA the magazine, you go to touchdownalabama.com. You click join, become a member and or a subscriber today. That link found in the description as well. Guys, shout out you guys, the incredible fans of Bama football, for all the love you showed us on today after day one of spring practice here for your Crimson Tide. We thank you guys. We appreciate you guys, all the super chats, the calls, the donations, the love, the conversation there in the YouTube chat line. Guys, shout out my man Eli Walker in the production studio, handling that business there from behind the scenes. We appreciate him. You guys continue enjoying Alabama men's basketball in the NCAA tournament as Bama has danced on to the Sweet 16 and will take on San Diego State. Could be a fun matchup. Could be a very good matchup. Until next time, though, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children, you guys continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored. There you get you those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Until next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen M. Smith, and you've been listening to Them Own Words.